Yay. Yeah, I'm back. Hello, Magir. Hello, Koi Carp. Hello, sir. This is Pog. I am streaming for the first time in, I don't know, half a year, more than half a year. So it's cool. And yeah, how are you doing, folks? It's cool to see that there are actually people here, despite the fact that I haven't done this so long. Good, good, good. It's good to hear. And yeah, I don't know exactly what I'll do. I just started Victoria 2 because that's the game I'm good at. Didn't feel comfortable streaming Victoria 3 just yet. Um, Guess I'm too old. But yeah, I suppose I'll just figure out something. Maybe thinking I'll do some kind of Vic 2 speedrun stuff. Possibly either something I've done before or something I have not done before. Maybe I should try to form India, since I haven't successfully completed that one. It's a pretty obvious one. So, I guess I can get started on that at least. See where we take it. Yes. Wow, look at that. Standing armies that you can, like, micro if you want. Novel concept. Right, haven't played this casually that much either the last since I got a real job, as they say. So we'll see if I need to derust a little bit. So if I'm gonna form India as Punjab, then we're gonna need, yeah, pretty standard stuff. I need to control all of the cores of India, which is these stuff. Mostly gonna need to pummel the British and actually Tibet a little bit, so that's exciting. Although either I conquer everything or I become a GP and I sphere some of it, which is easier said than done, since we start as uncivilized, at 20% at least, which is what, it's some military reforms, I think. Yeah, so we have, I think, we should have infantry, right? Yeah, we can build infantry, which is a bit of a boon compared to most uncivs. So, so the question is it possible to beat the British without civilizing? Or will I have to civilize first? Westernize. Probably will need to do that. I think I attempted some time before. See if you could win a war against them pretty soon, but that's hard. Um, Liberation conquest for India to actually release India first and then conquer it and then form it. Gonna see. I have to try a few things. Economy is bottom feeding, but let's try for an early warfare strat. See how it goes. We'll test the waters. Test the waters of the Himalayas. So presumably you protected by anybody. It would be easier to get Portugal because I could in theory release India from here and then I could do liberation conquest, but hmm, that'd be hard. Maybe I should just go for these guys close to me, but that's too much infamy. Other option is to go for Korea, do the classic Korea strat, could work. Can I even reach Portugal? How are you inclined? They would ally me, which means I could get exiled here later. So that's probably worth doing. Gonna do that. 30. Multan is... Let's use this as rally point. Alright, that's the thing. Keep this in the bottom for now. I'm gonna start time and see how my economy fares from this. It's alright, all things considered, despite buying things. I don't know if I can actually build these reliably. Apparently I can, that's good. As usual, trouble when you're an unciv. If I'm going for early warfare strat, should probably save money on this. Maybe we'll keep this up a little bit. Gonna need to wait for these diplo points, then probably just find Portugal first. I think maybe I could have a chance at beating the UK if I fight in the mountains, but then I'd need to manipulate them into attacking me there. And there are a lot of them. They do not have artillery here, at least that I can see, which would be a big advantage. But they would have a big advantage from that if they actually used artillery, but so I just hope they don't. Have some pretty good generals to start with. Avoid auto-creating leaders though. Nepal wants an alliance. I suppose I can take that. Not that I think it will be helpful. Okay, gonna do 3 people so that we may release India. As long as I can get down there, I can occupy it and then slowly rack up war score. I guess I might as well speed 5 this actually, because goodbye Lahore. Oh, well, this is very lucky. This event is not super, doesn't have a super high mean time to happen. Might as well take it then. Even though I don't really plan on rushing westernization necessarily. Okay, I already have that. That might have been too early. It's gonna last a year, I think. Yeah. Guess I still need to get myself exiled, which is gonna take a few points here, but how many people can fit? Let's move them a few at a time. Sikkim, sure, let's go. Let's go, friends. Great, so you, well, it's technically too little. Right. Then just move everyone in. Although, no, actually, let's not move them in because I don't have the diplo points to actually unexile anything right now. Move you over there. I'm gonna get that speak Swedish for channel points so that these other viewers don't understand anything. Sure, you do that. It's a nice prank. Base game. Okay, so next month I can unexile myself. Nationalize the bank. Shut it down. I don't think I need the militancy right now. Great. Okay, so as soon as these folks all arrive, cancel this. Yes. Should I really send all of them there? How much are they likely to have here? I don't know. I suppose I maybe shouldn't send all of them down. You maybe could just remain here. I should still send a decent. What was this? Was this infantry? I'll keep this horse there. You go. Yeah, hopefully that's enough. And they don't happen to have a massive garrison for some reason. The rest of you can just wait right here for better times. This ran out in September. I need to raise this now. Still doing okay with money, thankfully. Guess I could build more. I'll need that eventually, but probably not now. I don't know when I'll dare to take on the UK. I'll just focus on this war first to make sure there aren't any trouble. Attack 3. 8th of May. I'll move in so that if there's anything here. Wait, no. Forget again. Need to wait for the diplo points. Right, speed 5 again then. It's 2 months. And now maybe? Yeah. Then we free India. Nepal and Sikkim would actually join. I mean, sure, it's gonna make my alliance look fiercer. There was a little bit of people here, but not enough to stop me. Okay. Then we just occupy Goa and, I mean, one alternative is to run all the way over to Portugal's mainland. They don't have a lot of brigades, but it's a bit risky and I don't feel like taking that risk. So we'll just get this and then wait for the ticking war score, which is gonna be slow. Spain joined. Apparently they were friendly, so that means it's gonna take even longer. Let's hope nobody comes here. Which they might. We'll see. It's not a lot that I'm asking for. It's just this tiny bit to be released. But ticking war score is also gonna take forever. Bhutan, sure. Attack or occupation, yeah. In theory, I could have made do with a smaller stack here and started fighting the UK. If I was really gonna speedrun this, but don't know. If the UK got dragged into something else. Oh wait, look at that, Portuguese troops. Here, where did they come from? Not sure. I doubt I can get military access in the UK anyway, so I can't fight them as long as they're here. But not sure if they will attack me either. Afghanistan is fighting Bukhara, I suppose. Yeah. Don't know what that's about. Probably their cores here. Persia's involved as well. We're actually doing kind of fine. Should I raise I mean, a little bit. Do a little bit. Maybe I should just do military spending. I don't know. Let's go! Alb rules. Kokand as well, sure. How are you doing? It's been a while since. Always good to see your hype emojis. Cool, I'm getting taking war score ever so slowly. I think in theory, if I only have one war goal, it can actually go all the way up to 100%, though it's gonna take a long time. Was that this guy? It was this guy. That was my best general. That's very unfortunate. Stockpile extra tea. Sure, I'll stockpile some tea. You never know when you get the urge to drink tea. Doesn't seem like they are intending to commit anything to just to here, but who knows? Suddenly they might just come crashing with a massive army, in which case I don't think I can do much. Well, actually I suppose I should move these closer, because then if they come crashing with something I can move them in, but I'll just keep them exiled in the meantime. Certainly. More. Oh. Kokandi conquest of Bukhara and Tajikistan. I'm sure you can handle that on your own. I'm just going to keep those in the corner and pretend like I'm a good ally. And then nobody can get mad at me. Makran, sure. Just gonna make myself look more imposing than I actually am. Do you want to join this war, by the way? No. Well. How is coronation of Queen Victoria? Kinda late. Wait, did my ticking war score max out already? Is that what you're saying? Apparently. Uh-huh. Then, I guess I'm just gonna have to wait for them to get tired of this, which is probably going to take, I mean, forever. Unless I try to go ham, but that's not gonna end well. There aren't like any little, I mean, I could try to go and take some of their little colonies. This war's over. Seemed to work out well for you. Guess in some way it would be better if they actually did come here, so I can fight and get some battle war score. I was hoping this one would continue ticking up when I only have one war goal, but am I able to? I'm not able to do separate peace with Portugal either. I mean, even if I go and occupy here, it's not gonna do much, plus they might have troops there, and I do not feel like actually fighting them armies. See, the UK has mostly just... If I could... I don't want to attack the UK directly. I would like to avoid having their puppets called in also. Since they don't have artillery, if I manage to take like defensive battles, should make generals. Actually, I can autocrate leaders since I don't have any ships anyway, so there's no real risk of admirals being created. I really would need better defensive general. What's a good ally of the UK's I could attack that wouldn't drag in someone else? Like, I don't know, Greece. They are friendly with Russia, but I won't get any war score on Greece. push reform. I don't know if this matters. I'm just gonna take the prestige. So Greece is an option. Unless there's some smaller. It's like either that or like Hanover, but Hanover's worse probably. Maybe I should start building more troops. Should get some horses. Just because might make me look stronger in the face of Spain, so they will be more keen to peace out. There is some kind of hidden modifier for the AI where they eventually give up if they're at war for long enough, but you can't see it unlike other games, so you don't really know how long that's gonna take. Farming efficiency, sure. Maybe I was building too much cavalry. Should get mostly infantry, I think. Since that's the strongest fighting units I have available to me. Probably only need to beat the troops that UK have in India, which is quite a lot, but they're less likely to send in reinforcements from elsewhere, though they might. Yeah, it can be a bit unreliable in that way. He was out drinking last night, question mark. They're not really willing to white peace either. Casas. Spain gains. Do I gain infamy from this? That would be weird. I gain infamy. They get a casus belli on me, but I gain infamy. That does not seem fair to me. Better split this up so they don't take attrition. Okay. They're willing to white peace at this point. So that's a good development, but I'm not really interested in that, I'm afraid. I'll still keep this in the corner, I guess, in case that comes useful, though I do not think so. Do not think it will be. Unless I can separate peace. Prestige, good. Unless I can separate peace Portugal. But then I'd need to probably add another war goal or something. Population growth goes down. That is not in itself a very good thing. Let's increase military spending, get more soldiers. So, Nepal, war of This could be an opportunity, except for the fact that they'd presumably be war leader. Or would I become war leader if I joined us? Seeing as I'm not a great power, but my military. If I can become war leader, this could be good. I could even pre-position troops, technically. Could beat up Portugal here. But on the other hand, if I join this, then the war with Spain and Portugal is going to take longer. I'll keep it up here, see what I make of it, but they have artillery now on some of these units. War of Nepali submission. So you're looking to puppet them, is that what you're doing? No, it's just sphere of influence. Okay. Ah shit, I need to split you as well. Oh, they would accept. Great. Then let's do that. Now you want access through my territory? Suppose so. Then let's see here. I don't have a truce with them. No, so I could go for India immediately, which I should. Except I'd need to lower... They don't want to ally me, so... I need to lower relations real quick. Yeah, conquest on them and other things on other people, so... You can actually stay here. Control the clergy for legislative meetings. Great, so I should be able to justify now. Kalat, sure. So we will start with this since it's so much infamy. I can release Kalat and you're now in their sphere. No, not Kalat. I can release Ladakh and Kashmir from up here. What now? Against the Russian Empire. Yep, I am not fighting the Russian Empire. Not into that. So I should probably at least Ladakh. It's not a big deal, so it's a little piece up here. Then if I were to go for Greece, could do a humiliate on them, and then I need to add during the war something which costs 11 infamy. So that's at the most like 14. So either I be patient or I release Kashmir. That goes most of my mountain provinces, to be honest. I'd very much like to be able to encircle them if possible. Definitely only want to fight the UK in mountains. So I'd need to kind of abandon these parts that are less mountainous. Are these mountains? They are. That's the closest. These are flat, which isn't great for me. Yeah, hell. Let's release them. I might lose some. Can ally you. I think that should improve somewhat. Maybe I should keep these out of the war. Or should I not keep them out of the war? Would be easier to encircle, but I don't know if I need to. That's India. Nobody has time to like sphere them or something stupid like that. Nobody would join this. Fine. Now let's go. You will be... they probably don't have troops at all now. I should actually not even... I should just leave enough to... I'll leave like these three. They can go and occupy. That's enough. You guys are probably needed elsewhere. Can go up to like neutral territory here. For now. Try to lure them to attack here, hopefully, with as good of a defense general as we can get. Fortunately, I don't have any amazing ones. That could really make a difference. Defense 1 is really all I have. Should actually stack a lot here to avoid having them actually attack in this particular location. No need for cavalry in these battles, really. They aren't... Combat width's gonna be kind of low, so we try to leave enough to present decent initial defense, and then yeah, I don't know, stack enough that they I don't want to get infamy right now. So right, I can't pre-justify on UK technically, but I'll probably not have time to add that war goal. I won't have the war score to actually add it in time before it expires. For you, I mean, that's fine if they come here also. Great, you're here. Once the war with the UK starts, I suppose you'll just have to run like a madman and hope for the best. So we wait for this. It is done. Then we'll declare this. That should drag in the UK and nobody else. They are friendly, but so long as I don't get war score on Greece, they should not join. I hope that doesn't count if I get war score in the UK. So, well, let's go. Let's see how this works. Quite possible that it won't work at all. So you are allowed to go across. Okay, I see these. They don't get dragged into the war, but I still get access to them, which is actually bad in this particular instance. So yeah, you'll just need to shuffle about a little bit. You can use this as a means to like escape maybe. Will they unoccupy this, I wonder? That's the question. Hopefully India sends me an offer. Then I could just keep that in the corner and not worry about it. Are you on the move? I feel like it should be. Should probably move up. See, stack as many here as we can, which fits like at least 2 more regiments should fit here, I believe. Okay, there they are. You really want them to go here. Do not want them to attack in any other place. So let's make this. This should be enough. You should not stay here. I guess I'll make this more even more appealing to them. How you doing? You're running? I don't know. They don't seem to be retaking India. Can't believe it. Yes, I'm back. Hello, Alroy. At least today I am back. We'll have to see what happens after that. Okay, you should not take this route then, because you'll run into people. Panipat. Okay, they're all massing here. Please go here after. I would like that. You want to hear my honest thoughts on week 3? Well, like I said, I think it's a very good economic simulator. If you're into that kind of game, it's kind of satisfying to try to balance production chains and watch numbers go up. The political system is kind of cool too, with like interest groups, the way you pass laws. I think it's neat. Could be expanded, but the real downside is like warfare. I still think it's an interesting concept to have this sort of hands-off approach to war. I still don't think it's inherently a bad system, but it currently is a bit lackluster. I think you'd need some more control over, not like micromanagement, but I don't know, like maybe like army composition and a bit more overall strategic control, I think. And I also think they should expand upon the diplomatic place that precede the wars, because right now there isn't much to it. It's just like you maybe invite allies if you can, and then you just wait for the war to start. I think they could do more to make it feel like an actual like fierce negotiations where you could. Yeah, I think it would be cool if you could make the diplomatic place actually feel like fun. What if we remove the leader from here temporarily? There they are. Okay, we need the best dang defense person we can, which is probably defense 1 at the moment, unfortunately. So maybe have better attack generals, but I do not want to attack. So I guess this guy, I would keep this guy away. Paulo, where are you at, my dude? Here he is. You'll hop over here. This guy would take over if he got involved, so we're not going to get him involved. But he doesn't seem to be here. Question is, how early do I dare join in with more people? If I go with too many folks at once, then they might get scared off. Beacon there, so they're going down here, okay. I think this should be kinda safe. Let's chuck in some more. Yeah, they're still going. Okay. I'll join with the rest on the 27th. I don't know if I should try to I think encirclement's gonna be really tough because they've got too many troops. Cavalry should hang back. They are not good enough. Alright, let's see. Attack 2 generals, that is not too bad. You people can converge here. There's too many of you. More infantry, please. Great. Excellent. We'll keep this in the corner. I am taking more damage than I would have liked. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to be viable unless I encircle them. And my general died. So now we have... Well, he's still a defense 1. Hello, R. Chad Duke. Nice. Well, if he's the best Vic 2 player. Well, that is an opinion to have. Um, but I appreciate the sentiment. Simla. I won't be able to encircle here because I probably can't. I'm not too far away from getting access to Tibet actually, but if we can race ahead and beat them here, that would be great. 24 Sorwal Singh, if he could... This is where I'd need actually cavalry, so detach some cavalry, put a speedy general on this. This guy has speed. Then they will make it before. How many? I can only fit 10 in the front, I think, so probably won't need all of these. 30k. Can at least let these damaged regiments stay behind, mostly. Okay, you'll have to stay. We'll take these. Come after. Then you jump back someplace. Whoops, that's not the button I wanted. We'll see. What's your opinion on Vic 3? Well, as I've said before, I think it's a really good economic simulator. It's quite satisfying in that way. The political system is cool too, I think. Warfare is a bit lacking. I still like the concept of like hands-off warfare like that, but they still have a little ways to go to make it more interesting to deal with. Okay. Right, so do fill up the front line, unfortunately with some cavalry. I am able to win battles, but will this be sustainable? Fewer support. You can stay here actually. I'd like to send in more people there. Yeah, you go there, because then you can maybe lure somebody in. These are damaged, so I'd actually like them to stay further back. Something to that effect. Well, if they're losing more troops than I'm losing, then that's pretty good, though I don't think that's consistently happening. Okay, so there's more people coming in here. Well, I might be able to encircle them here, actually, if Tibet does not allow them access, which probably they wouldn't. So let's get you over here. 14th of January. They presumably have precedence, but I'm not 100. I need to get people to these places as well, so horses with speed. Anybody? Not really, but 14. That's too early. So you need to let these run ahead a little bit. 14, okay. Realize I probably need more reinforcements here. So let's get those in there, and these folks get down here. You get here, the rest of you can also run here. Just realize we do need to keep at least one over here, so we will. Okay, let's see. Now let's really hope these actually get there first, otherwise this is going to be awkward. Yes, okay. Well, you'll need to have some good luck, get there in time, and hope nobody else comes knocking in the meantime. These people seem to have evil intentions. Okay, need to keep... Shit, I am unpaused. 24th... Okay, they're dead, unfortunately. You'll be needed on the front. So they're dead, but if they keep going... Yes, okay. Yeah, I need to win this battle and I need them to be encircled as I do. So... take this force, go here for encirclement. And the rest of you will just need to pack basically everyone else in here. One person needs to stay, actually. Let's take you. Fine. Okay. I don't like how they made Austria-Hungary. I and many of my contemporaries hoped they would be split into like Sweden-Norway is. Yeah, I'm not sure what the political situation was. I guess it was technically a personal union, though Hungary did get more autonomy after the 1848 revolution, right? If I know. So maybe, yeah, maybe you're right that it should be portrayed as a personal union rather than fully integrated. But maybe they'll change that later with later updates. Oh yeah, you get it on 2nd of February. Right, you're too early, so you actually need to hang back until one more day then. 2nd of February. We'll take one more day to be safe. Good. Then we should get encirclement here, which could be huge. If we can win. Looks decent at the moment. I just need more reinforcements in. They have artillery, which is a big boon for them. And I have this guy who does not know how to defend. Anybody else that can defend? I mean, yes, but it's too late to avoid. Because this leader's already... Ah, crap, there's more of them. Yeah, this might be a bit much. I need at least one more of them to cover this hole. Can I build more? No, I cannot. Where are you headed? You are headed in there, indeed. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It comes down to this battle then, because we have a whole bunch of people. I fear I do not have the means to win this. Oh, there's even more of them, okay. That's cool. Cool guys, cool. If I had an amazing defense general, then maybe this could work actually, but unfortunately I do not. And now these guys got crushed too. Yeah, they just have too many. I don't know if this is all of they have. First victory is going to be a France, we'll have to wait some time for that. Oh, taking this is bad Austria. Yeah, maybe. Although, Perhaps they'll just throw it in a free patch at some point. If it's just changing a bit about the structure of Austria, they might not necessarily need to have a do it for a Austria themed DLC, but we'll see. Yeah, okay, that doesn't work. This is oh, there's even more. Okay, so this run is basically dead, so I'm just gonna tag to the UK to check how many troops do they actually have. And next India, cool. This seems to be the last of them in India, unless they send in more. But yeah, it's not gonna work. If I had like an absolutely amazing defense general, like defense 6 or something, and they don't get a good tank general, then it's possible maybe we could get like a big battle like this in the mountains and actually destroy them completely. And then just occupy India, but yeah, that's a tough. So why are we still fighting? Didn't we get a peace option? The peace was just for India, which I had previously released India in this province Goa, and there was a separate war, which I had a peace offer for, but I did not get a peace offer from the UK. So and now the UK destroyed my army, so we're gonna restart and probably try to westernize before fighting the UK actually. Since I was just trying out to see if it would be possible to do it before westernizing, would be cool. And it might be possible with a lot of luck, but I don't want to rely that much on luck. So instead, I think we're just gonna go for good old Korea strat probably. Although I need more than that. How much do I need to westernize? I started 20%, which is good. I'll probably need to conquer. Korea is good, but not enough. Ethiopia is pretty good. Dynam works. Classic Korea strat indeed. Gotta try if Korea strat is viable in Vic 3 too. That'd be funny. But I should leave Korea for later though. Would be good to be able to take them later. Dynam is a good amount of provinces. Could start with Ethiopia. Ideally, I should restart in the beginning until I get good infamy. But that's boring. Should I bother with clergyman's question? My literacy is low as it's very low. Is there any chance perhaps that literacy is better in Punjab itself? No, it's kind of consistently 2% aside from a few. Kashmir actually has better literacy, so I don't want to lose Kashmir, ideally. And Baluchistan, Punjab. This is part of Kashmir, so yeah. Releasing puppets would actually make my literacy worse. That's unfortunate. Oh well, I will need to go there. I'll ally these to use them for exile purposes. 20 can fit there, so that's should fit all of these. How many soldiers will I need? I think I can afford to work on literacy a little bit. Might help. Oh, yeah, that fulfilled. Yeah, I haven't updated. That was the last thing I did when I streamed like half a year ago. I have not updated that command. I guess I should do that. Yes. Form India. Hopefully pretty fast. Good. Okay. Now the goal is updated. I guess I can update the strat command too, just in case. Conquerors, civs, and to westernize quickly. Then try to beat up the UK and stuff. Great. Only 10% Sikh. Aren't you the birthplace of Sikhism? I guess Sikhism originated around here, or at least that's the biggest. But I'm actually most of Sunni, as it turns out. I don't know if these numbers are accurate, but I mean, Sikhism is certainly a minority in India today. Maybe even in the Punjab region, but I'm not sure. So we will need a lot of these. At least I do have a big advantage over other uncivs due to having infantry. Alright, I could have allied Nepal, but there's not much point to it. I have Sikhism as state religion. That might be so. To be quite honest, I don't even know how to see state religion in Vic 2. In Vic 3 you have, yeah. Culture. I don't know how to... Let's check this pop, which is Sikh. I don't know if it even says explicitly anywhere what state religion you have. Which is funny. I mean, it doesn't have a huge impact, but you'd think it would be something. Culture's Punjabi. Oh well. But, you know, it wouldn't be the only country that has had like a minority in charge. I think that was the case for a lot of these Muslim states in India too, where most of the population was Hindu or maybe Sikh, but the government was Muslim. Wiki says it's Sikh. Yeah, it's probably true. True then. Maybe if Tarkus was here, I could ask him because he knows a lot about Sikhism. Why do you gotta block my path like this, dude? Kinda rude. Okay, thank you. Alright, I need to actually get the military access first before I can move troops in. What a concept. Then, let's see, 24 fits in there, so let's start moving them down. Let's see, 24, so that's 3 more. Yeah, 3 more should be fine. Line 7, perfect. You go 2. You're here. 2 people. You can go here even if they're here. Hopefully they don't move. And my best general died again early. Don't like that. And you guys will just have to be ready to enter when you can. Can't fit any more people in here without taking attrition. It's gonna be a couple of months before I can... Well, actually just 1 month before I can exile. We've built as much as we can right now. So next month we can exile. So we'll just move these in. Then you're here, so we exile. Boom. Then we prep for fighting Ethiopia. As Egypt, you can kind of just surround them and destroy their armies pretty quick, so hopefully that works here as well. Gonna need to wait for Diplo points again. Damn, winning Ansiv kind of sucks at the start. Sikkim, sure, Sikkim. Yeah, now the goal's updated. Next month I can begin the justification, and I mean, hopefully we don't get too much. Well, that was a lot of infamy right off the bat. Wonderful. Well, I don't feel like restarting though. Do we supposed to have armies here? Don't know for sure. We can go in and check where they have armies. Gondor. They have one stack here. Send him some exiled scout forces. That is not what I meant to do. Yeah, I think there's 18k there and 21 there. So that should be all. Divided by 3. It's like 7 plus 6. Yeah, exactly. This is all. So we could get some cavalry. We can try to encircle. Attack 2 stacks here. Then we need this province and this, and also this. Plus we need to leave some in these provinces. We don't need this one. We only need here. That's good. Right. And then you will move in here. And we'll get... can go up here. Let's see, where did everyone go? Like so. There's Egypt. Hello. Yes. So one horsey there, and we need another horsey also. And we'll go one like so. Then these are in position, ready for encirclement business. Do I have enough troops to even just pummel these from the start? Egypt has more troops at the start, so maybe it's gonna be rough to take on both of these armies. We'll see how it goes. Should even this out a bit, especially since we do need to leave one. 17k, this is... Let's let him have one more. Okay. I will wait for this. I need to raise mine. Okay. Guess we'll wait a little bit longer then, to make sure that we have some organization up. This man is clearly dangerous. Clearly. Could have waited a bit longer to build up more armies in the homeland, but then I would have needed patience. Could one attack 2 general. That's the best I have. Attack 1 generals. Guess we'll strike at the new year or something. This is attack 2. This is attack 1. That is all well and good. Okay, let's see. Right, I should leave one. 8th of January, so try to time that. 1st of January. 6th. So now you both arrive on the 8th. See, you're the infantry, right? So you're supposed to stay put. You go there. You go here, yes, and then the last one, is it this dude? Okay. Right. Well, let's see how this goes. Is Britain gonna be a pain to deal with? Quite possibly. Though if I'm westernized before I attack them, I don't actually think it's gonna be a huge problem. Okay. So they don't have defense generals, so this might just work. Actually, why? I can't encircle here. I just realized. These guys might as well join the fight. Because they're exiled. So hopefully it is, you know, I forgot I need somebody here. I don't need to insert, yeah. Yes, that's dumb, okay. Then we need to chase these a bit more. This one got wiped at least. So we need to keep one here, then we need... Okay, you head over here. You actually go here then. 26, so you follow up. You can head down there. We need one to head over there. We need someone to cover up here. Actually, you need to go there. Excuse me. Oh, god. You go here. Rest of you go there, except one needs to... No, nobody needs to stay there. Okay, so you all go here. You can continue on. Okay. See if we get an encirclement on them this time. Now we have defense in mountains, which is arguably better. So it's just a question of whether you can make it here in time. No, you could not. Well, it stinks. Okay. This one's even harder to encircle. I don't think I'll make it, so... Guess we'll just have to go with a good old meat grinder then. And the rest of you will stay and begin occupying, because why not? It's gonna take a while to defeat them this way. Oh, they went back here. Okay, good. Then I can encircle them, actually. Still need to get... Still need to get there first, though, for defense. Do you get there 11th of March? No, that's also slow. I don't know if I have precedence or not over Ethiopia. How about you? 15? 15? Nobody. Alright, well, we're just gonna have to hope I have precedence then. Okay. We should still send in people though to improve our odds. One thing I'm missing Vic 2 is spheres of influence. Ah, yeah. I mean, I guess the customs unions are sort of meant to be that, even if it's not quite the same thing. You have more different types of subjects and such. Okay, I did not make it there first, so that sucks. But at least we wiped them, so good. Then we will need to do some occupations. And frankly, I'm gonna switch to soldiers because I'm bleeding men here. Two of you can go back here. You two go over there. You two go over here. You two go over here. You... Should you stay where you are? I don't know. How many? What's here? There's only two. These guys are gonna die probably soon. Yeah, let's just hope I have enough reserves to sustain this. They're not in the red, so I guess we're kind of fine. Then we have too much infamy to do another conquest right after. I'd want to go for Dainam. They are at China, so I might need to go via Burma in that case. Or we do Korea, and then try to snipe Dainam after, but we'll see. How many research points do I have thus far? That's not the place to check. 1,000. Swell, got this. Oh, there's more of you than I thought there were. Then split. Well, it's working. This war could have gone better probably, but it is alright. I think you should join up with these boys and head on over there. Oh, I'll take the prestige. Could come in handy at some point. Okay. We're gonna drop back some of these that are very wounded. Let's see. Don't want more than 3 regiments in each, preferably. Though. Okay. We'll let some of them take it easy. Do not bleed too much troops. We should soon have this in the bag. You're jello, so you step aside. This yellow one can also shill. Can move over there. As long as they're not above 9,000. Okay. Should be decent timing on these two. Swell. Great. Yeah. Wonderful. Punjabi, Ethiopia. That gave us this much. which is better enough for... This one's cheaper than the others, huh? It does give 15%, so that's good. But I might want to wait for like education reform. It's barely more. I just need a little bit more for that. So what to do next? Can I even get myself exiled again from here? That's the question. Like, I guess nobody here really likes me, so... It's easier to get exiled as Egypt. They were a little more popular in this part. Otherwise, I need to fight a little war to get exiled, which I don't feel keen on doing. How about you guys? Nah. Well. What is this? This improved my literacy. That's lovely. We should lower this for now to save cash. Well, I need to wait for infamy anyway. Let's get this. Get some education up and running. So this is 13 provinces, gave me like, didn't give me that much, 8k or something. Korea would give me a lot, but how many more reforms? I have 35%, so I need 65. That's 25 plus this, which would be 45. But that's not efficient. So could get this to get me to 55 and then do 60, 80. Well, I could do these two and then 2 military reforms, I suppose, but they're not. I should get this because it's cheaper. So 15% could bring me to 50. And then like this one, 2 other ones. Gas, or 50, and then this one for 75. And then another 15. Get me to 90 then, something like that. Okay. Oh well. Could burn some infamy by releasing like Ladakh and Kashmir. Khan Alliance. This won't last, but I'll take it anyway, just because. I'd really like allies here, but I don't think I'll get them. Tunis. Infamy is high, so that's why people don't like me very much. If I could annex Korea, then take things from China, I mean that would give me some research. Or Dynam. Could acquire sub-state region for like Xinjiang or something, but it's too much war score to get that quickly. And against a humiliating unit. Well, that would. I don't think I'm keen on that right now. Wow. I want to offer promotion to my channel. That is amazing. Absolutely fantastic. I want to offer you a promotion to the ban bin. And it's for free. International crisis. Oh no. It's this freaking thing. I still don't understand why the devs decided to leave a gap here just so that the USA can colonize British Columbia for reasons. It's kind of dumb. My money is not fantastic. I'll need to pull back on something, but what? Military, admin. Kind of surprising it's so poorly actually. Unless I got sphered. Did I get sphered already? Doesn't seem likely. Could try go over infamy limit and see if that gets me wrecked. Probably would get me wrecked. As Japan you can do it, at least for a while, but probably not. As Punjab. If I release Ladakh and Kashmir, I get the infamy down to 7, which is more manageable. I'll probably end up doing that. Could release Ethiopia again, to be honest. That would also get me... That would get me exiled, also. So that's the way to get my folks home here. Then I'd drop it by 15. Yeah, probably do that. Because I don't need to keep Ethiopia particularly. Yeah, now I'm exiled too, so then I can get home or get wherever I want to go. Do not have military access here at the moment, so can just gather up and Dynam. I would need to go for Burma primarily. Actually, it's good. I think I will go for Dynam, though I need to gather up first. Let's get some horses. Okay, it's expensive. I mean, I don't want to lower this really, but what choice do I have? Right, then you can go, can begin walking over here. Nice to see you streaming again. Hello, Moses. Nice to see you chatting again. The goal is to form India. Is what I'm attempting as Punjab. It's kind of a speed run, I guess. Although I haven't spent a lot of time working out an optimal strategy or anything, so we'll see how speedy it ends up being. Current plan is just to try to westernize as soon as possible, then we'll try to fight the UK. See how that turn pans out. How that Punjabs out. So the plan is to attack Burma primarily. They are friendly with the UK, which is dangerous actually. That means they might intervene, but if I attack Dynam directly, then China gets involved, which is a more immediate problem, I think. Well, maybe not. Because the sub-states won't get involved. So then China probably won't actually come here. But if I do Burma and Burma ends up like sending troops, then that could be a problem because then there is a chance that UK would intervene if I end up having war score on Burma. So maybe it's safer to do Dynam directly. Should get military access here again, so I can get exiled here again. you seen Imperium Universalis, by the way? A lot of hard work put. Is that like a mod for? Sounds like it would be an Roman Empire mod for EU4, perhaps. I haven't seen it, but it sounds cool. If they put a lot of work into it. Let's see, 24,000. Let's see where they have their troops. 19k, so they have some here. 19 regiments. 24 is just like 8. So they actually have quite a bit more. Let's see. Spread out and look for the others. Keep tabs of them for now. Send somebody down there just to check what they have, what they happen to have here. Cambodia would get involved too, due to being a puppet. So there's a few more. Have we built all we can build? Not quite. Try to build a bit more before I exile. We'll need to do this either way, so I'll just justify now. I think it's fine to do. This hurt my literacy. Gives a bunch of earlier start dates, all massively historic, different eras, all the way down to the fall of the Mesopotamian Assyrian. Oh, I see. Roman Kingdom, unique models. Okay, I see. So it's like a general ancient times mod. Sounds cool. Might have to have a look at that sometime. $16k if it's there, so you can go there too. Okay, that's not too bad. Sure, let's go. Okay, where do they have troops? 30k here, 9k there, 24k. I think we'll start in the north trying to get a quick battle and encirclement maybe on these mofos. And then we'll invite these up to play after maybe. Or maybe I can actually get both at the same time, I'm not sure. This would be easy to encircle, just 2. Okay, I might have enough troops to pull that off actually, so just get one there, and then there was a 9k, which is here. These will need to get dealt with if I'm to encircle anything. So we'll need enough. You're all fine already. Hopefully China won't mind if I temporarily... Actually, no, I shouldn't go into their substates at all, I think. It's risky. So... so let's get as many troops as we can. Meanwhile, we'll burn some infamy while we wait. We're not getting these. Okay. We got the war goal now. 3rd of August next year. Gotta watch out for that so I don't forget. These are not getting built. I'm not getting the wine. Now I am. Okay. Yeah, I waited this long, might as well. It's August. I wonder how long it takes to get over here. No, I won't actually wait for these. I'll get... I don't want to miss my deadline, so... 1st of February, we'll just get you over there. Cancel this. Then y'all start heading over. And then we'll see exactly how we intend to play this. Where did the... Oh, they moved up here instead. Okay. Still 30k here. Well, it might be hard to even encircle anybody up here then if they have 17 here. But we'll have to see. Where are you? There. Okay, might as well start racing this now. It's gonna cost me. Cost me a lot, in fact. So we're just gonna lower this to ensure we don't go bankrupt while I'm at it. Again, 3rd of August. They just moved around again. Gonna take a quick swing around here, see where they ended up. Still more than 17k there. Alright. Gonna need a lot of people over there, so I have a tech advantage on them since I have infantry and they do not. And the rest of you. Actually, I should commit to this part of the front instead, I think. Wipe these and then deal with these after, so... You can all just come down. And you also... It's easier that way. So I'll just need... Oh shit. When in August? 3rd of August. Okay, I do not have a lot of time. So, you'll go here. And then one little person can go there. And then the rest will have to barge right in. I guess slam dunk these folks, and hopefully these guys will arrive quick enough to reinforce this little fella before they die. Alright, can't wait much longer now, so we'll have to go for this. Do I have allies? I do, but nobody wants to help me. God damn it. Okay. So one little fella, go here. The rest of the little fellas, attack 2, is that the best I have? Pretty much. Pretty much the best I have. So these folks slam dunk them. You go here for encirclement. At least these folks will go here too to protect them. And the rest can chill until we know where they need to be. Okay, this might be kind of easy. Kievan Conquest. I guess you wouldn't join my war, so why would I join yours? Oh balls, look at that. They got caught in Burma. And actually won. Okay, good job guys. You're stuck in Burma now though, I think. So that is not ideal. I don't know how to escape because I don't think I'll get access here. I'm actually kind of close to getting it, interestingly. Might be worth investing in. Though, you're in deep trouble though. 28. I don't think they'll make it. Well, good luck. Meanwhile, these wiped. So, since you're still exiled, you can walk around and see if we can do something else over here. I'm banking on China not actually sending any troops. If it works the same way like when you fight Korea, then they shouldn't. But I haven't tried it, I don't think. I think I might just need to... Actually, I don't want military access here right now. These will have to die, unfortunately. You did good. Right, so I'll probably just ram into these and then we'll see if we can set something up encirclement-wise. You stay. The rest of you slam into these. They escape in time? They do, yeah. Then we chase after them. And we'll try to send some more folks in for encirclements, maybe. Something like this. See where that gets us. Am I catching them here? 2nd of October, 5th of October. Maybe it's better that they split? I don't know. So I'll catch these. They'll attack me in the mountains here, which I could use to my advantage. But they chickened out. I need the other one that's not going. I don't want to go to Hanoi at this time. Figures they would try to go there. So actually you go, all of you, because I do not want them. Can't encircle these then, but this should be fine anyway. Cool. Alright, I think big battle in Hanoi probably, though not all of you need to join that, because you're not doing fantastic. I suppose you'll have to do. You're probably in better shape, so maybe we should just send in most of these. Most of these. A few will need to split off for that. That will drop these. We'll just send in the cavalry. Go up like this. Somebody else go like this. The cavalry army here. Fourth army. Where is the fourth? Wasn't it the fourth? The fourth army. Where is? Oh, you're at the top. Sorry. We need to time this with these 25th. 20th, so need to wait 5 days. No, that's the 24th. One more day, okay. And we've got encirclements set up. Might need to send more reinforcements to this if it turns out to be rough. Yeah, should probably... You get to join in too. Because they are, after all, defending in hills. So, yeah, just wait for them to crack. Boom. Great. Oh, this reminds me of what year will you finish Combat Guide? I like that you ask what year, because that's probably the correct question. Hopefully this year. I have worked a little bit on it recently, but I haven't gotten very far. But I do have a little more time. I'm actually going to work a little bit less for the foreseeable future, like 80% instead of 100%. So maybe I can get some work done on it. Ideally. Actually, let's just keep you here. We need to have above 21 or else it's going to be slow. You guys are doing great progress down there, I can see. Was that all the Dynam's troops? They have none left now. Cambodia has 3, but they haven't seemed to done anything so far. So maybe they won't do anything later either. You want a battle? Trying to rebuild? You can go join up with your friends. Try to work my way down to the south. I'm guessing programs in Sweden are not overworked to the bone like other countries. At least I hope not. No, I wouldn't say that. I don't know how it is like in other companies, but at least the one I work at is reasonably keen on maintaining a good working environment, so not overwork people. Which is why I actually got offered to work 1 day less per week, with reduced pay of course, but still, because I was feeling a little bit like it was a little bit too much. So that's good. Prestige. I like prestige though. So China indeed does not seem to be getting involved, but it probably will once I annex. Oops, I was paused. Didn't mean to be paused. It probably will get involved as soon as I annex Dynam, so I need to be prepared for that. I could probably just end the war at that point, but might be good to be able to release Dynam after for the infamy reduction. I am suffering attrition-wise. I'd like to have more soldiers. Perhaps I can afford that. Remember when people used to think that as time goes on with the Victorian trends, people work less hours? How naive. Yeah, it has. I guess the trend has been going different directions in different places. But yeah, I mean, there has been some places where they have, experimented with like 6-hour work days or 4-hour work weeks and stuff, which have shown some promising results. So we might see that in some places, but just because it works well doesn't mean companies are going to start doing it, of course, because they can be a little bit conservative. But we'll see. There's at least no guarantee that just because you get more automation and stuff that people will be able to work less. This is highly inefficient amount of troops, but they'll be done soon. I mean, I think. Okay, this took longer than I thought. It's been at 100% for a while now. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. These are 23, so that should be pretty efficient. See, I assume I can separate piece them. But then I'll stay at war with China, and China will probably start sending troops. That's just how it is. Oh, there they are. Where are you going? You're going out to sea. I see. Well, good luck with that. See. I might be able to hold my own against... Oh, you stopped going to sea? Okay. Might be able to hold my own against China, actually, but I don't know. So are you gonna start making trouble now all of a sudden? Okay. That's probably not a good idea for you, but as you wish. It would be good if I can hold out against China and release Dainam as a subject. Can burn in for me, because then I should be able to like do Korea after. How close am I to? I am at 5,000. So if I take one of these 10,000 ones, then I should probably just do that before I annex anything. I don't think I need to annex. I don't think I need to occupy Cambodia to finish the war. So maybe I won't. Yeah, I have 100, so I can end it now, but I will wait. Both to maybe get reinforced and recover some troops, and also I'll keep this. See, how long is this gonna take me? 1.90 research points. Almost 2 per day. No, actually more. I do get 2 per day. And I'm gonna need like... Or this one. 8,600 actually, so... So how long will that take? 8,600, so I'll need like 4,000, 3,400. So 1,700 days, that's several years I'd need to just sit here and wait. See, I probably won't get above 25 anyway. Alright, no, not even close. Okay. See, I need a 25. Probably want one of these, but we'll take a more expensive one. Tax efficiency, well, that could be handy. Farming efficiency though. And I get some railroads. Let's go. Alright. Now China will likely come knocking. So we should prep Maybe should have moved up a bit more, to be honest. Cambodia is now independent. They're not in the war anymore even. Nice, Punjab. Maybe I could build Vietnamese troops. Probably should, even though it's expensive as heck. Okay, I need to lower this for a bit while we collect goods. Ah, crap. Burma, I see. Okay. And they already went to the mountains. That's not good. Okay. Well, so they suddenly decided to pop in after all this time. I'm not gonna attack them in mountains. Lang Song. Right. Are you coming? No, they stopped coming. The Chinese start coming and they do stop coming. Hit the ground running. It better let them pass away from the mountains so that they do. Then maybe we can fight there. Okay, they left a little one. 13th of July. Can I get someone with attack here? Okay, 14. So we'll just quickly beat up that one. We'll secure this mountain. China is staying put right now. Don't know if I dare to pull too many people away from here, if they'll come back. Would be nice if we could just real quick go and clean these Burmese up. Any chance you just want a white piece? No, apparently not. Okay, this hurt. Surprisingly much. Crap. Well, there's too many of you here anyway, so we'll pull back. China won't actually attack, then that works out in my favor. As I'm saying that. They're stopped. Good. Maybe we can dance with them for a bit. Okay, it would be lovely if I could just get rid of this. Yeah, now it's going a bit better. Do you see yourself eventual attrition week 3? I'm not sure. I might stream it a bit eventually, but I don't know if if it'll replace Vic 2 for me per se. Because I do think they are kind of different games. Starting to get Vietnamese soldiers coming now, so this is more people than we need, so you head back up. Whoops, daisy. You head back up, good. Don't want these Burmese to accidentally kill any of the troops that are spawning in right now. Swell, okay. So, well, eventually gonna get tickets for these, which China won't be able to fulfill. So eventually we'll be able to win without having to actually fight if they choose not to come here. Pong. see. This is okay. Trying to distribute these in ways that won't result in death from attrition. Still coming. I think they are sort of determined to. If they're gonna attack, I'd prefer shit. I would prefer if they would go to the mountains rather than this province. Though they seem determined already, so I suppose we'll have to roll with that. Should have let them go here in retrospect. What's the best defense general we have? I think I kind of like the victories that you can't really cheese it much. Finns Osterpoppen into Sis Krakow. Well, yeah, I mean, if you want the more like role play or realistic experience, then yes, that's certainly those kinds of things are kind of silly. From my perspective, oh shit, 50% speed. Didn't even know that was possible, huh? But I kind of like cheesing the game, as you might have noticed. So from my perspective, it's more of a mixed bag. Though that's not to say that you can't find ways to cheat it eventually. Oh, cheese it. Jesus Christ. Wish I had let them attack me in the mountains. It's not gonna work out, is it? It's not. Okay. We need to abandon this, actually. Unfortunately. It's not worth fighting like that. I mean, someone managed to do World Conquest in Victory already. Yeah, I've seen a few, so clearly it's a bit easier to do that than in Vic 2. Oh look, ghost armies. I think these are Vietnamese ghost armies that are no longer mine. So that's a shame, since we lost a lot of units. But, you know, next target should probably be Korea though. I should probably head home in the meantime. It's gonna take a while before we can do anything else. Could raise a bit of things for now. If I can get a big army up and running again. Damn, it's slow though. Even if I take Korea, I still basically need at least one more conquest to finish off and become westernized. I'd like to do Korea last too, because then I could fight China if I need to. Well. I'm not sure how much of a speedrun this is going to be in the end. I think maybe... I mean, if I restarted a bit more in the beginning to get less infamy initially, then I'd be able to proceed a bit quicker. But yeah, I don't know, it's a bit hard. Even the conquest don't give me that much research points because my literacy is low, sadly. See, this is part of a larger state. Okay, I see. In theory, I could lose intentionally a war against Afghanistan, let them take a core, and then I can retake that core for. But yeah, it's not efficient either. By the way, do you mention Vic Free changed a bit since released? I did not play it post-release. Then France stopped the not. All the states have to be micromanaged. Well, there's a few things that changed. One thing, notably, is private construction is a thing now too. So there's like you can still build stuff as the state, but there are also a bunch of private like capitalists and aristocrats and whatnot that build things as well. And depending on what economic law you have, a greater portion of construction will be handled by private pops. So I think at most you can have like 75% of all construction will be handled by private props, and it has its advantages since you don't need to pay for that. They pay for it instead. So that's one major thing that changed. There's been some changes, like balance changes to laws and such as well, but those are smaller. Nice. Hate how to do manage everything. Yeah, this is a bit tedious. So it's more similar to like Vic 2, where there are also private construction. Uh, so it's nice. You might, if you were bothered by all the private or all the micromanagement with construction, then you might like the game better now. So infamy wise, we would be ready to fight something again. Korea is the most efficient, but then they're sphered by the US as well. Well, that sucks. I mean, otherwise, well, that's beautiful, Persha. Good job. Otherwise, I suppose Kakand is too large. It has like 5 states, I believe. Yeah, but just tiny bits of some of them. Afghanistan is not super efficient for conquest either. I could do smaller conquests if I just want. Persia has some good states, but they're in Russia's sphere. Everyone's in someone's sphere now. That sucks. Actually, oh, this is Afghanistan. What did you do, Afghanistan? That's ridiculous. I mean, maybe I should just take Afghanistan. It's a better option than most. I heard France is now weak. That's... Well, I don't know. I actually haven't played France myself. So I can't really say if they are much weaker, but that's quite possible. Hmm. I mean, I could still do Korea, but then I'd have to contend with the US, which sucks. Leave sphere. Oh, so I am sphere now. That's what you're saying. Yeah, I'm in UK sphere. Figures. Wonder if they will ally me. They will not. What if we become friends? I mean, I'm unciv, so probably not either way. Not even military access. Bastard. Right now, Afghanistan's probably my best bet. So it's a lot of infamy for not that much gain. Is Kakan 4 states actually? Yeah, they are. Okay, so Kakan works, but they don't have much provinces either way. Yeah, it's not good either. Probably a bit too slow. Maybe going Ethiopia first isn't worth. Could go Korea first, even if that's not good either. They're a bit easier to conquer than Nam, so I don't know. If we were to wait for research points, that's gonna be slow. Especially since I haven't invested into education much. Yeah. Good generals. Armchair general. Attack 3, that's good. So let's just I think my economy tanked because I no longer get tariffs since I'm in UK sphere. I'm just gonna go for a conquest here and see if I go above infamy limit. I'll likely just end the run right now because it's not really going well enough for my taste. Yeah, I'm above infamy limit. See if I get containment wars. I am in the UK sphere, so maybe I actually won't get containment wars. If so, that's a pretty nifty thing, to be honest. You can get sphered by the UK and then ignore infamy. Yeah, it's an idea. What if I raise this? Then I lose money, but I need to do that. Ah, shit, okay. Yeah, nobody seems to be attacking me. So that's actually a bit promising. Try the latest Wiki 3 patch last week. Still a fair bit of problems. Yeah, it's not perfect. Though I think it is better than release. Someone playing Wiki 2? Yeah. Someone is. Arguably the best Wiki 3 player. Well, thank you for the sentiment. Probably debatable, but maybe I am the best at some things. It's about to hop off Twitch when I saw you live and got excited. Well, I'm glad to be able to do that for you. I just realized I did not get myself in position very much. Oh well, this is a good place to attack, so I should have done that. Good enough if I get the attack general, which is this guy. No, that's not him. He's so far down. Okay, thanks. Let's go. Then some of you can follow up, and others can just go wherever. Don't like these mountains very much. They gain and humiliate. You can just go up there, or at least here. Should I attack them in the mountains? I have very good general, but I do not feel like banging my head against mountains, so maybe we'll just, oh shit. If I occupy something here and then move away, they'll probably try to take it back. Yeah. And then I just go back in and I destroy them. 19th. Sure. Let's split you up a bit better. Sarsis, you remember how I modified Vic 2 map? Yep, I do remember that. You also did it for Vic 3. Oh. And you uploaded it to my Discord, yeah? Oh, okay. I'll check it out when I'm done. with the stream, I guess. Should be interesting. Going to take a lot of attrition in these mountains, but I do not care enough. It is very interesting that I'm not getting containment, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. Presume it's because I'm sphered by the UK. So I wonder how early you can get yourself sphered. Because then I could probably exceed infamy limit after that, just go ham. Because the states are a bit weird and big, I made a few creative libraries. Okay. Yeah, it sounds interesting. Though, can't you mod the states? Like the shape of the states and such? No, although maybe that's more work than it's worth. Oh, so I'm not allowed to go to. I was allowed to go to Kukan briefly, but now I'm not anymore. Well, it's got these two fellas. Will you give up yet? Not quite yet. How about now? Yes. Should we save up for the 17k? Save up for that one. Too much time investment. You all spent 30 hours. Okay. Every pixel has a number, and you have to manage every. That sounds strange. You'd think, in general, they seem to have made modding like more accessible. So it's a bit strange if they would suddenly go the other way, but who knows? Well, as long as I'm not punished for going above infamy limit, I'll just gonna keep going here, I suppose. I am punished, however, for going over supply limit. Persia is allied to Kukan, so against Johor, you go. You do you. You try to avoid needless attrition while we wait. Easier said than done. You're taking attrition here. Then one more over there should be fine. Okay, good. He was out drinking last night. Alright. Persia will probably involve themselves in this, I'd assume. Damn, the borders here are so weird. If we get the guy that's really good at attacking, we just try to make it over there. Ah, shit. Gonna take a lot of attrition, but I really don't feel like microing it. So, right, a few of you could actually go back and fight Persia instead. That might be a better use of my resources. You could actually go in this direction too. For example, some states, especially in Europe, 16 to 15 numbers on average. North America is like 40, okay. You have to do it in the states like a pub section and building. Poland. Pop folder. I see. So you need to mod pops separately from the borders. Yeah, I can imagine that makes it more complicated just because of the game, the way the game is designed. I think I tried modding CK3 a little bit and had some similar issues with like titles, because you need to like mod provinces and titles and holders, all of that like separately, which was also kind of wonky. 2nd of January, okay. 26th of, oh I see, I actually make it there before they do. That's not gonna be necessary. Then maybe you can go and attack them here. First, everything is signed to a state, and if you wish to edit them, you have to change all files manually. Yeah, that's the thing about crashing before it loads is something I can relate to from earlier modding attempts I've done. I mean that kind of goes for all of the games, really. It's a bit of a pain, but I guess there's also a problem in that since Vic 3 is still new, hasn't been a time for people to learn all the tricks of modding, so to speak. So I guess there aren't as many good resources. 7th of February. I'll go here. Get wrecked. Alright, these battles are going well. So I'm now standing in desert. There's too much deserts and mountains and stuff. Well. Whatever. Might as well. I should be microing a bit more to avoid attrition. But do I have... I could add something. Should add largest ones, although let's add Coruscant since that will actually connect to my land. Pirated leaked version was prepared for the release, but I was hoping they would change it. So Week 2 is way more user-friendly for modding. That's actually quite surprising considering how old it is. Ah, right. Russia joined because of... guess they added a war goal on Persia. Didn't think about that actually. Well, there's only one thing to do then. Do you wanna... Probably not. Is this the... I see, okay. Then we should just kind of head back, because we just need to finish Kokand before Russia finishes us. that's one thing. Still the biggest problem I have with this game. The great power interventions. Even if you know the mechanics of it, it's still easy to get caught off guard by it. Yeah, I don't need to have this. Okay, great. Then start heading back. We only have one province left to take. Kiva, who are you? You're not involved with anyone, but okay. Just need to finish these, then I don't care. I can accept the status quo, I suppose. Narin. 6th of August. Okay. I mean, assuming that... Because they intervened on behalf of Persia, so would they really demand anything regarding... Apparently yes. Well, doesn't matter. I only wanted the research points anyway, so so long. Barely got anything. Cool. See, Bukhara is not sphered in anyone. Alright, let's start conquering Bukhara. I wonder if I should have gone for someone further away. Could snag quite a lot from Egypt if I did, but I guess while we're exiled here, I'll just move most units so over toward like Egypt or something. But just eat away at Egypt. They have some rather large states, I think. I could grab several of them in one war. No one's friendly with them or anything. Should work. You can stay and deal with Bukhara, shouldn't be hard. How many units do they have? They have 7. Well, yep, you can deal with that. So we just need to... Actually, I can walk through Bukhara as long as I avoid my own province. Go like that. And like so. Over there. Can work on Egypt. So, well, we'll just lower this for a bit. That's too much. Okay. Actually, let's lower it even more. Yep. Although, perhaps it's not the best that I exceed infamy limit too much because once I do like westernize, eventually I have to break out of the UK sphere. It won't do if I just get pummeled by like containment wars at that point. Okay, we'll need to raise this now. Cool. Still, we'll just see what we do here. I'll wait a little bit to raise morale and whatnot. That's fine, let's go. So I guess Persia will join this too, but they actually did not. Sweet. Don't need to worry about that. If I'm a little bit smarter about my conquests, I could probably release the stuff I conquered, at least return some of the infamy I accrue. But this is, I suppose, just more of a test run at this point. Get out of here. Okay. Head up there and then work our way down, I guess. We still don't have enough for this. Damn, it takes such a long time. Also, maybe it would have been worth to invest a little bit more in education. Are the Afghanis more educated than me? Is that what you're... Oh, they are. Like a lot. Damn. Someone's been investing in education. Let's get a few over to this mountain province. The rest go here. Cool. Hello. Start with Palestine, actually. No. Start with the cheapest ones, presumably, except that one. Egyptian Hail. Through Egyptian Desert. Probably these ones in the south are sheep. So, like that one. There's actually forts here. Egypt is a little bit stronger than most uncivs at the start. Though they might again, yeah, they hardly have any units since they've been destroyed by. Hey, you should join. You could actually be helpful to me in this case. You're my puppet, so I don't think you should be allowed to say no. Even though you don't actually want to join in the other one. Great. Now they can probably bring me some war score. Let's just take that. Hardly even worth it to besiege the desert. I'll just run right through. Oh, you're done. Sorry. Do we take some attrition when we run right through? Which isn't good, so actually we'll do that to hold down the deserts there. Great. How much revenge? Do I have revanchism at all? Or am I just... I don't have revanchism. I just have a lot of jingoism anyway, partly. I feel I love doing these mods is destroying the horrible Swiss culture. It's divided to German, French, and Italian. Wallonian, you mean French. Flanders, you mean Catholic Dutch. Sure. That's one way to put it. Dongola, Egyptian desert is cheap. Do that. This is starting to feel like a world conquest where I just add war goals and don't even care about infamy. It's funny. Take less attrition now. Thank you. There we go. Now we can get this. So now I need 2 more reforms to become westernized. These aren't really worth going for because they are so tiny. But there isn't much else you can do, at least not for now. So, I don't know. Stay put. Research points, yay. Tiny amounts of research points. Ethiopia's doing good. Can you understand North and South German, kind of. Serbs and Croats. Yeah, I mean, depends on how you... Real life cultures are a bit hard to define precisely. It kind of depends on what perspective you have on those cultures also. But of course you can probably make things more or less accurate still. One thing I thought was funny in Vic 2 at least, I'm not sure how it is in Vic 3, that there's like a bazillion African cultures in this game, despite there being very few actual African countries. Economy is doing very horrible, what the hell? Huh? Construct. Well, it's not act. I'm trying to build something which I cannot build. So that's been ruining my economy. I've probably been trying to build railroads or something and haven't been managing to fund them. Or some, I don't know actually. That's been costing me a lot of money for no reason. Then we can probably raise some of these again. Particularly military or like army maintenance. It's kind of important. How are we looking so far? I'll just keep adding war goals, frankly. So that was more expensive, I think. Matruh, that one wasn't so bad. Not sure how much research points I'm gonna end up getting for this. In the end, we are reinforcing now, so which is probably an indication that I should split some of these off before I reinforce too much. Ethiopia is doing great. Very proud of them. Ottomans. Oh, Ottomans. Well, they are fighting Egypt as well. So, that's what's happening. Well, as long as they're not fighting me, then I'm fine. By the way, I should probably check if anyone's about to become friendly. Doesn't look like it right now. I'm reinforcing like crazy right now. Can head out into the desert a little bit. I apparently never besieged Giza. Thought I did. D3 could still add more, though now I'm actually running out of jingoism. I guess Unzivs probably have more jingoism. No, not yet. 62. So, in theory I have 32 more war score. I guess Upper Egypt would work then. No idea if these states are connected, by the way, I'm just throwing things out there. Go to the desert. Thanks, Ottomans, they were helping me here. That is very, very kind of them. Oh, you're done. I think Ethiopia has AI tends to largely focus on your war goals, so that's good of them. Let's see. Need to check. Need to expand the chat window a little bit. From my perspective, if the German-speaking Swiss were part of Germany and were economically prosperous, they would for sure identify as German, just like Saxony. Yeah. Flemish economic prosperous. Sadly, they don't care about minor regional differences. Eastern unification is like, I mean, yeah, that's there's probably some truth to that, but how generally how like harmonious a country is and how much people end up, you know, feeling a sense of unity tends to depend on how like quality of life to a large extent. Because at the end of the day, people just want to live a good life, regardless of where they live. How are we doing? Well, it's 90 total, so we're kind of fine in terms of the total war score needed. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Which ones am I actually taking now? Because I should make myself not Sudan, not Eritrea. Kordofan did not take Dongola. Upper Egypt, Egyptian Desert. Maturu is this one. Okay. Right, so we should... I'm gonna evacuate these places so we can get exiled successfully. We're kind of on the wrong side of everything, but this should be fine. Doop doop doopy doopy doo. Okay, good. Boom. Lots of pink. Pretty in pink. This gave me a decent amount. It's enough for another 15%er. Should take this one since it's the cheapest. Then all we need is another 10. Okay. The only problem is we have over 100 infamy. So as soon as we break from the UK sphere, we'll be in some amount of trouble. I like coordination spread all over the place. Yeah, it looks good. I would have been spread even more if I didn't have to release Dynam and such. Starting to look a bit like my Switzer Lake run. Right now I'm only able to release 2 nations. So I don't think this is actually feasible right now. Like if I were to continue this. Because yeah, eventually I have to break out of the UK sphere and then this info will come back to bite me, no doubt. So I still need to manage it a bit more carefully than I have. But it's a good thing to keep in mind that you can exceed the infamy limit if you're sphered, at least as a non-civ. So take some time to think about where to best exploit that. You don't need to be as careful about it, at least. Once westernized, it shouldn't be much of a problem taking on the British, even if I end up just owning the original Punjab. Either way, I actually haven't had lunch today, so I'm kind of hungry. I kind of forgot about it. So I think I'm actually gonna stop right here It's possible I'll stream more later today if I feel like it, but I don't know, I just want to try out streaming again. Check the meme. Yeah, okay, I'll check the meme before I end it. Let's see. Oh dear, yeah, that's some nation. Wonder if I can get that on like if I save the image. And then open the image. And we do the window capture. Is this correct? Doesn't show up, unfortunately. Okay. Seem to struggle to get it up on screen, but yeah. It looks pretty. It's some big countries. Scandinavia is yellow. I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah, it looks like the Vic 2 mod you had, I think. That sometimes it looks blue and sometimes yellow. Well, that's weird. Wonder what that's. I see you. You might have some Greek people a bit upset about how much Yugoslavia has taken of the Balkans there. But other than that, it's yeah, a bit cleaner than the original map, one might say. And if anyone wants to look at that pretty map, they can always join my Discord server. I think I even have a command for that. Discord. Yay! Free to join that. So if I end up streaming again sometime in like 6 months, then you'll be notified. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I hope to be able to stream a little bit more regularly again, but I can't make any promises so far. Either way, thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you when I should save this game probably in case I want to continue. I'll see you some other time. Thanks for tuning in. Boo, boo, boo. There. Pleasure's on. See ya.